Well, I guess we could say goodbye to good movies. Because the Academy, in their infinite wisdom, has decided to impose new rules. And wouldn't you know it, it's about representation and inclusion. Yeah, apparently to be considered for Best Picture, you gotta be a lot more politically correct. You gotta be down with all the various groups. Excuse me, I meant to reflect our diverse global population in both the creation of motion pictures and the audiences who connect with them. So let's take a look at the 4 categories. They must meet 2 of these 4 to even be considered, such as on-screen representation, themes, and narratives, otherwise known as at least one of the lead actors or significant supporting actors from an underrated racial or ethnic group. You know, like Asians, Hispanics, Blacks, American Indians, Middle Easterners. Hey, I could be fucking involved in this. Or Native Hawaiian or other Pacific Islander. I like too how they specified North African. You know, because South Africa is just white people. Oh yeah, we actually read a little further and it says other underrepresented race or ethnicity. Well, that's a little fucking vague, isn't it? Oh, and it doesn't stop there. Keep in mind, we're still in the first fucking category. As far as the general ensemble cast, at least 30% of actors in the secondary and more minor roles are from at least 2 of the following underrepresented groups. That, of course, would include women, an undisclosed racial or ethnic group, LGBT, or people with cognitive or physical disabilities or who are deaf or hard of hearing. Hey, we could make a movie starring John Fetterman. Oh yeah, and let's not forget the main storyline. The main storyline, theme, or narrative of the film is centered on an underrepresented group. Care to take a guess as to which groups made the cut? Oh yeah, it's just copy and pasted list from the last fucking thing. And since we got all the major key players out of the way, let's start on the fucking creative leadership and project teams. At least 2 of the following creative leadership positions and department heads are from the following underrepresented groups. So now they're telling you who can direct and do the visual effects and costume design and shit like that. I'm glad they specified hairstylists, because at least we can get a gay man for that. Shit, they're probably already hired. What, most hairstylists are women and gay men? You can fact check that, I'll wait. Oh yeah, the list is pretty much just a fucking copy and paste from both lists from the previous segment. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'd watch the shit out of a movie edited by a deaf guy. Sitting there in the living room like, why is the audio not lining up? Oh, and a catch-all of at least 30% of the film's crew is from the following underrepresented groups. I'm sorry, but if you're writing inclusion, they're no longer underrepresented, by the way. Moving on to industry access and opportunities. Film's distribution or financing company has paid apprenticeships or internships that are from the following underrepresented groups and satisfy the criteria below. Just a copy and pasted list. And of course, audience development. Yeah, it's just saying there has to be underrepresented groups. Sorry, I got tired of reading all that shit. This is going to kill independent filmmaking and ensure that we get the same cookie cutter shitty movies they've been making for a while now. How far are we really willing to go for the sake of inclusion? They are destroying cinema and we're allowing it. But as always, this is going to be a hot button issue on One Nation Under Fire on my Patreon this week. Subscribe so you don't miss it.